Welcome back, fight fans, to another episode of GTS Combat. And yo, it's your boy Jimmy here with another highly anticipated fight that I'm looking ahead to. This time it's UFC Fight Night on February 20th and it's headlined by Curtis Blaydes against Derrick Lewis. They've rebooked it and they're getting it on, so let's get into it. You got Curtis Blaydes coming into this 14 wins, 2 losses. That's 10-2 coming by a TKO or KO stoppage, and 0 wins and 0 losses coming by a submission. And you got Derrick Lewis 24-7, and I believe that's 19-4 coming by a TKO or KO stoppage, and 1-1 coming by a submission. And pretty similar on the stats as well. You got Curtis Blaydes coming into this 6'4", 80-inch reach, and Derrick Lewis 6'3", 79-inch reach. So not much between them within the height and the reach, but stylistically wise, they are two different fighters. You got Curtis Blaydes, who really likes to grind people, drag them down to the mat and just wrestle them and dominate them. Obviously, he does have some striking capabilities as well. We've seen more recently, he does like to let them hands go a bit more than earlier on in his career. But whilst Derrick Lewis, we all know what he's coming in to do. He's coming in to just smash. He's coming in to throw big bombs, some random flying knees for a guy of his sort of size. And yeah, he's just a big powerhouse. Derrick Lewis is a scary ass motherfucker. I would not ever want to fight the dude. He is one of my favorite sort of fighters and characters and personalities in the UFC. His interviews are always entertaining, whether he's just coming up with one-liners like "my balls are hot," or whether he's just popping jokes and being sarcastic to the MMA media that are asking him, that are interviewing him in the press conferences. Sometimes he's just a sarcastic motherfucker, and he is funny with it. So you gotta love Derrick Lewis, you gotta love everything about him. The only thing that I would say is sometimes his sort of cardio and his stamina lets him down in the fight. He looks like if he had the gas tank to really just let everything fly and let everything go, then he would be just an unstoppable force, because he's got the power, he's got the technique, he's got the capabilities, he's got the heart and the fight within him. But sometimes his gas tank just seems to let him down, and he just really starts to slow down, and he starts to kind of plod and get flat on his feet and just sort of look for that one hitter quitter to knock his opponent out. And yeah, it results in kind of a bit of a slow, flat, dead paced fight that we've seen at times. But that's no discredit to Derrick Lewis. He's fought the best of the best in this division, and he's going up against another one in Curtis Blaydes. Now, Curtis Blaydes, he does have a gas tank, he does have the cardio, he grinds people to the ground, and he will drag them there, and he'll dominate them, and he'll control them, and usually then he'll start to look for some ground and pound and get the finish. And that's generally how Curtis Blaydes' fights kind of play out, in my opinion, from what I've seen. He does have some knockout finishes or TKO finishes on his record also. He will let them hands fly, and he's not afraid to let them hands go. So the way I'm edging and leaning in this fight, for that reason, they both fought high level opposition. Both fought similar opponents on their records as well. Both have fought likes of Alexei Olenek and Francis Ngannou. So and Alexander Volkov, they both fought some similar opponents. And from what I've seen of both guys in the UFC octagon, I'm going to edge towards Curtis Blaydes. And it's hard to do that because, like I said, I'm a real big fan of Derrick Lewis. But I just believe Curtis Blaydes does have more ways to win this fight. Derrick Lewis is going to look for that big punch to knock Curtis Blaydes out, to take him clean off his feet and put him on the mat, just land him on his arse. That's what Derrick Lewis is going to look to do, in my opinion, against Curtis Blaydes. That is his only way of getting a victory. I don't see Derrick Lewis getting a submission, even though he's the only one who actually has a submission on his record out of the two. He's got 1-on-1 with submissions, whilst Curtis Blaydes 0-0, so he's never won or lost via submission. Whilst I don't see Derrick Lewis even trying to sort of look to take this to the mat. I could be wrong. He could potentially sit on top of Curtis Blaydes, but I just think he's going to look for that big shot to knock Curtis Blaydes out. Whilst Curtis Blaydes, he could stand and trade potentially with Derrick Lewis as long as he can evade and avoid getting hit by that big shot. then as long as he can do that, he could easily stand and trade back with Derrick Lewis. As long as he can keep moving and get out of the way of that big shot, he could, you know, stick and move against someone like Derrick Lewis. He's a lot sort of lighter on his feet, Curtis Blaydes. He moves a bit faster on his feet. He moves around the octagon a bit quicker. So he could try and do something like that. And then when he gets the opportunity, shoot him for that takedown and drag Derrick Lewis to the mat. That is something that I see Curtis Blaydes maybe doing, you know, playing around with a stand-up for a little bit, and as soon as he sees his opportunity, shoot straight in for it, and then get this fight to the mat and just dominate and control Derrick Lewis on the ground. That is potentially how I see this fight going. So for that reason, I'm going to back Curtis Blaydes, just because I believe he does have more avenues that he could go down to get the victory in this fight against Derrick Lewis. Whilst, like I said, Derrick Lewis, is probably looking for one big shot to put Curtis's lights out. That's how I see it playing out. My official prediction will probably be a 3rd round TKO finish, probably by a ground and pound for Curtis Blaydes, or a decision. Probably leaning more towards a unanimous decision for Curtis Blaydes, but potentially I see a TKO finish on the cards also for him. And as I've said, if I'm wrong, I'm guessing it's going to be a Derrick Lewis knockout. The big powerhouse is going to put his lights out. But that's my prediction. Curtis Blaydes with a unanimous decision victory or a potential 3rd round TKO stoppage. Let me know your prediction in the comment section below. I've been your boy Jimmy. This has been Get That Smoke. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Till next time.